Hello, everybody. Here we are again with Jim Corley in the second of our series from the Blessington History Society project. Without further ado, Jim is going to talk about Annette de Valois, who is very famous from this area.
Right. Thank you, Paul. Paul Sherroats, again, welcome. Uh, I'll tell you today about Ninette de Valois. She was born in the year 1898 at Ballyboys, Blessington, County Wicklow. Her real name, of course, was Stannis, Idris Stannis, in fact. Now, in the year 2017, I noticed that there was a piece on the internet describing the archives that were in White Lodge in Richmond, in Surrey, in London. And Yvonne and myself, we decided, Yvonne and myself, to go over and see the archives. Now, I had gotten in touch with the curator over there, Anna Meadmore, and we made arrangements when to go. Now, we stayed in a hotel in Richmond, and
Who's Yvonne?
Yvonne is my daughter.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, my daughter. And we stayed in this hotel, flew over, stayed in the hotel, and each of the 3 mornings that I went there, Yvonne came with me once, I got the school bus from Richmond. Its access was very limited to the school, naturally, with children there, young, not very young. And we, anyway, would drive the 3 mornings through Richmond Park and up to White Lodge. Now, I got a very good insight into Ninette and her family. I took a lot of photographs, and I showed Paul is going to put on a few photographs later. But I wrote a few words about Ninette de Valois and Blessington, and I'm going to read them to you now. Ballet dancer and choreographer, a beautiful woman, she had elegance and poise, a wonderful artist, a will that brooks no opposition, a determined lady, did not suffer fools gladly. She could get things done. She could manipulate. She had a temper. She loved pubs, a glass of wine in hand. She composed poetry. She wrote short stories. One about her Irish nanny, Annie O'Brien from Wexford. What could she not do? She managed to get hold of White Lodge, a one-time royal residence, now a ballet school. Lived through 3 centuries. Founder of English ballet. She hobnobbed with royalty. Princess Margaret of Patron, honoured by the Queen. Memorial service in Westminster Abbey. Someone to remember. Worked with W.B. Yeats at the Abbey. She got an award from Eamon Andrews, This Is Your Life. Born in Balty House, loved her home, loved her life there. Leaving, she tore her heart out and left it on the windowsill. She learned an Irish jig downstairs in the kitchen at Ballyboys. It became a party piece. She knew then that she loved performing. When she was born, no fire was lit on Fox-Covert Hill. She wasn't the firstborn, and she wasn't a male. She would light her own fire, and she did. Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington, pleaded Noel Coward on his knees in an old musical. But her mother did. Born Idris Stannis, descendant of Elizabeth Smith, the famous diarist. Her father died in World War I. The mother, a famous glassmaker. Brother Trevor was a soldier. Her sister Thelma is interred in Blessington along with her Edward Hornage. The other brother was a photographer. Her ashes lie behind her beloved White Lodge. West Wicklow can be proud of her.
Very good, Jim, and it's very good to see the history of Henry and Elizabeth Smith and how it all links through and carries through. Very interesting. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we'll see you soon. Any parting words, Jim, before we sign off?
Thank you for listening.
Agus slán.
And I would welcome, and Paul I'm sure would, any comment that you or question that you would have.
Great. I'll put Jim's website on the link as well, so anybody can reach out that way. Thank you. Bye for now.